Hello, Great Beard, and welcome to my channel if you just come for the first time. And hope you check all my videos out on my channel page or whatever you want to call it. Hit uploads and it'll drop them all down. And don't forget to like and subscribe, hopefully. And I hope you enjoy this video and all the others. But anyways, I'm going to update you on a few things. I was going to show you me changing out the boss and getting a few more MPH on the top end, but that will be soon. But I got to this. I thought I'd be able to do something like I clamped it with the vice grips right here, and that wouldn't work. I didn't want to clamp it too hard and bend it or anything, even though I have a spare, because I bought the whole Variator to get that little boss that's unrestricted, because the one that comes in here is restricted. But anyways, yeah, I'll have to get a tool that holds that somehow and pop that bolt loose, and then I can take out the Variator and put the unrestricted boss in it. But here's what I found when I opened it up. And yeah, a mouse had lived in my torque converter. It was all packed right in here. I guess where this thing spins it. I'm thinking it was like living right here somewhere, or maybe up in here, because I actually found it all around through here, but it was mostly packed back here. And I was looking for a place where he could get in through there. And yeah, if you look, there's just a little tiny bit right there. Of course, you may not be able to see it because I think much light on it. But yeah, I know I didn't get it. But yeah, I was like, dang, there it is. But yeah, I was like, and I was looking, looking at this, and I saw it, and this is like a little intake for air, and it had some of that packed in there too. In fact, I think that right there is what I pulled out of it. It's a rectangular shape like this. But yeah, it's a little aggravating. 2, 4, 6, 8, yeah. There's 8 bolts that holds it on. 2, 4, 6, 8. There's that there and that there, I guess. Yeah. Goes on this pin and that pin right there. So that way you can line it up to put the bolts in. And no, there's 9 bolts. This one holds that one and also holds your brake cable. And then it's got a bracket that holds your throttle line, and I can't remember what the other line is. There's a couple of them right here. But anyways, yeah, it holds these into place, I guess, to keep them from bouncing around or whatever and getting into something to mangle them or whatever. But yeah, I was going to show you my mower. Got it for free. This is the one I actually talked about it last summer. I thought it was a rear engine because it was sight unseen. I hadn't seen it, and it's been sitting outside for a while. You can't tell it. Well, I mean, I guess you could if you're a mower buff. You can probably tell the difference between it and a new style, but the styling looks the same to me. There might be little slight variations in the way the grill looks and everything. It's a big old 20 horse Kohler engine. Kohler makes a good engine. And but somebody took out the lights. Here's where they go, and here's the wire that feeds them. I ain't never heard anybody having problems with the lights on a mower until they get really old. This thing can't be that old, but needs a battery. I will get a battery for it. Clean it up, clean out the tank. Oh yeah, found a rat's nest in that too. They want to live in anything that gets them out of the weather, I guess. But yeah, this one, I guess, might sat in a warehouse or something before it was sent over here or something. Or it could have been in that bike shop, because it sat there for at least a year. Like I say, somebody bought it, didn't even put 20 miles on it. I mean, they didn't even have it for a month and brought it back. In fact, the title got sent in, and the person already returned the scooter. For what reason, I don't know, because I don't see nothing wrong with it. The only thing I see wrong with it, for some reason, this bracket here is slightly bent. If you look at it, I got one of those doohickeys for my wrist on here. Finally, try to get this thing straight. If you look at it, that light's kind of tilted down. And it's kind of the same thing on the back, except it's on the same side that you're viewing, but of course on the other side of the bike since I'm around the back. Well, actually, no, it is on the same side. And it's tilting up. And it's the brackets. This needs to have like a, if you look at this one, it seems like it has a little bit of a twist to it or whatever. This one needs to be like pushed in or something. But yeah, I'm not really worried about that right now. I can straighten that out anytime. Right now, I want to tinker with it and get it to go a little faster. And right now, while it's breaking in still, I want to do the boss. And after it's broke in, I'm going to take the restrictor out of the, it's supposed to be a wire you can cut, or you can just buy another CDI, which they're really cheap. And get an unrestricted CDI, which keeps you from having to clip that wire altogether. So that's probably the best way to go. You can get them for like, I want to say like around $10, 20 tops. I know it's definitely less than 20. But anyways, yeah, after it's broke in, we'll do the carb and the CDI. And I'm thinking this thing's going to do just enough for me. I was thinking maybe I'd eventually get a 150cc or a watcher. Thank you, whoever you are. I can't remember your name. Told me that these bolt in. One of them bolts in from the bottom. I'm thinking it's this one. Yeah, this one bolts in from the bottom. The 150 bolts in at the top. One or the other. One way or the other, you know what I mean? But yeah, so that may not be feasible unless this one's, because see, you can get one that looks identical to this that's got a 150 on it, or a 125, excuse me. And I haven't really looked at the 125s, because when you go to shopping for them, they're all usually 50 or 150. I mean, they may have 125s out there. But yeah, I just wanted to give you an update on that. And here in a little bit, once I get that put back together, see how I was looking at that, and I was going to film me taking it apart and everything, which would have been a total loss, because I need to get that tool to hold that. What do you call it? It's the outside part of the Variator. But it's got the little teeth for the. That's the starter Bendix, and you can get them cheap too. You can get it all cheap. But that's the cool thing about these is all these separate little parts is like $5, $10, $15, $20. Carburetor, you can get a carburetor for 20, 30 bucks. And I think I'm seeing them for like 17. I don't know, you know. A lot of times you don't know what you're buying when you're buying it on either Amazon or eBay. And the $30 one may not be as good as the $17 one. It's kind of a crapshoot, but you live and you learn. But anyways, yeah, I need to get that tool to hold that so I can crack it. It's one nut that stopped me. Otherwise, I'd have filmed me showing you me taking this off and putting the unrestricted boss in there and show you the difference between the two. On the boss, it's just like a cylinder, but on the end of the restricted one, it's like there's a lip around the edge. There's a part of it that's like when they machine it, the outside part, like that goes toward the back of the Variator, is like flared out. You know, it's not flared, but it's thicker than the rest of the boss. The unrestricted one's the same, smaller all the way out, and I don't know, I guess it lets the I'm assuming it lets this clutch squeeze in even more, making the belt ride out further, you know, expands out further, making this geared higher. Well, that's the only logical way you could get more top end by doing that. That's got to be what it does. The factory one restricts it from squeezing in so far, Like I said, when this squeezes in, it swells out the belt, where this one squeezes out and lets the belt go in as this one's squeezing out. And if this one can only squeeze in so much, that it's only going to let it gear out so much. And like I say, it's about a piece. The part of the boss is about this long. And there's a piece about this long that's bigger around. And that's got to be what it does. It keeps it from squeezing in all the way. Where when you put the one without it in there, it just lets it go as far as it can. Which in turn will get you out on the top end. Yeah, right now I don't want to mess with anything that raises the RPMs yet, because it's still in the break-in phase. And once I hit the, like I say, this thing ticks in miles. And the dealer told me 300 miles. Right now we're at 121, and I believe that's because the main one on here is kilometers. I believe that's ticking in kilometers. So you got to kind of do the math or Google it. That's what I do. And see what it is until you get to 300 miles. But I might let it get to 200 on that and do it anyway. Just get some regular oil in it. And got to change the gear oil too. If I'm not mistaken, this one is the one that drains it, and this one is the one that you fill it with, if I'm not mistaken. And I'm not sure, but I think that might be your drain plug, but I need to check it out for sure. Don't quote me on that. I was under the impression that the drain plug was right underneath this side. Yeah, there it is. That's your drain plug. Yeah, this is your drain plug. So yeah, that one over there, don't mess with that. Yeah, you check your oil with that, and your drain plug's right there. I thought it was right under there. But when I was messing with the variator or the clutch or torque converter, what you want to call it, I saw that, and it's like a gold color. Looks kind of like a drain plug. Yeah, it's on the bottom. Okay. Yeah. When I do my first oil change, I'll definitely film that and let you see it. And I'll do the gear oil too. I need to get that, ahead of time. That way I'm ready for it. Like this, if I'd have got that tool, you'd already be watching me showing you how to switch that out. But yeah, I wanted to take the cover off to save time on the video. And it's a good thing I did. Up in here, this one, this is in the way of that bolt there. And this one took longer to get out than all of those, just because it's in a awkward place. But and also, if you get a Kymco like this, and you also you take your variator or the cover off, and you see a fell on the floor. I looked at it, don't know why it's there, but if you look on here, you can see this one actually has a little groove or whatever there for it. So I assume, well, no, it could have went there too. Yeah, it's actually got that little spot everywhere. I'm not sure which one this came off of. It came off one of these, but at first it looked like that was the only one that had that. Yeah, some more mouse nest. Yeah, I'm not really sure where this came from, but it came off when I took that variator off. I don't see nothing. See, there's like a little gasket that goes around it, and I don't see no place for it, formed in that gasket. But yeah, it was weird when I saw that mouse nest, whatever you want to call it. Yeah, I guess it had to be a mouse, because a rat wouldn't have, I don't think a rat would have fit up through that little hole. But yeah, that I was noticing what I thought was something that smelled like that belt making a little stink, not rat pee stink or nothing, but the smell of a belt. If you know what a belt, like when it's slipping or something, you can smell it. Rubber, I guess you'd say. And didn't think much of it. It kept working fine. I bet it won't make that smell now, because that was bound up back here. Yeah, look, there's some more. But it's all that. It was all up in here and junk. But it was mostly, the bulk of it was back here. And then, like I say, it had that hole kind of clogged up. Now this can let air in. See, there's a tube, I don't know why, but there's a tube that connects to the front of it. I guess it's to let air in from the, because it shoots way up in there somewhere. And I suppose it's to let air in to keep it, then clutches and the belt cool. But yeah, I guess that's about it for now. And I'll get a video going next time when I get that tool, and I'll definitely show you what it takes to taking the cover off. It's like I say, 8 bolts, and each scooter is different. You know, each different style. I'd say a Super 8 may be slightly different than the Agility, and definitely when you go to them Chinese scooters or to a Honda or something, you know, everything's got their own little thing. But yeah, I'll show you that, and I guess we'll see you then. And I hope you enjoyed. Don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe and share the crap out of it.